People are crazy. Actually,
does anybody else think it's really kind of strange that, like, during the pandemic, all the
this guy's actually not crazy. He's right. And it wasn't just during the pandemic, but during other government shutdowns as well.
essential workers had to keep going to work because we were in the pandemic? All the essential workers had to keep going to work. Anybody else think it's really kind of strange that, like, during the pandemic, all the essential workers had to keep going to work because we were considered essential to the functioning of society? These are the people who, for society to function, have to keep going to work. And yet, none of those people are people who make over $100,000 a year. Anybody else think that's really fucking weird? That all the people who are absolutely necessary for the survival of the entire country, in order for anything to keep going, none of the people who are 100% absolutely necessary for the functioning of our day-to-day lives, none of them make 150 grand. All of the essential workers, all of the most important people for the functioning of our society, are all the lowest paid people in the fucking country.
That is a fact.
Hey, is that legal?
Those level 4 plates?
Yeah, we need to go.
Okay, yeah.
Good reaction.
What do you think you're doing? You're impersonating the military.
No, he's not.
Look at you. You're not from the military.
It's your problem.
And you know it.
Nope.
What's your problem, man? Leave me alone, dude.
Take this off.
Okay, the guy on the right ought to have his ass kicked in. The guy on the left, he's not impersonating military. He is wearing military garb, though. He's wearing a military uniform and he's dressed military. That is not illegal. Everybody else thinks, though, so. You know, everybody else thinks, oh, yeah, stolen valor. Stolen valor. No, that is not illegal, believe it or not. I'm a war veteran, okay? And sometimes I wear military pants or maybe a jacket. Who knows? And I come across some of these bastards. I'm not going to suck on it. The guy on the left is sucking on it. The guy on the right is a vigilante. He is not a law enforcement officer. If you observe someone breaking the law, call the police. Call the police. Just because you observe someone breaking the law, which in case they're not, that does not give you the authority to enforce the law. Okay? This guy needs to be stepped on.
You're not from the military. I'm from the military.
No, you're
Don't talk
not.
to me like that.
What are you going to do?
Oh, what I'm going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything
Take
because
it off.
I'm going to take it off for a
You're
reason.
disrespecting the military.
Take it off. Take it off. Is that all these people from Georgia know? Take off your clothes. I've heard that one a lot, by the way. We got no law anymore, people. And the cops aren't going to enforce it either.
You can tell that he's trying not to laugh. This man is pouring his heart out about how his own kids are getting harassed because of lens lickers, and AFA is trying not to laugh. AFA, if you're watching this, you are a fucking piece of garbage. You are such trash. He's a real life Eric Cartman. He's the kind of guy that will eat all the chicken skin and just leave the meat for his friends. He's the kind of guy that has no moral compass and loves to see the suffering of others.
Yeah.
And all I could say is I don't remember it happening that way at all, Trey. What happened? Why are you lying to the people? I don't understand.
So tell me what because the video is there. So tell me what I'm lying about.
Well, the video is there. I mean, you're lying about a veteran. There is no.
All right, so look at this piece of shit on the camera over here. So Trey just talked about how he went through a traumatic experience, losing his job, losing his house, losing his car. There was a veteran that actually offed themselves, and that's all because of LIA. And he shows up and he's grinning ear to ear. What do you think about that?
LIA is a piece of garbage. He's absolute.
Okay, guys, frauditors 2, everybody else 0. We had a frauditor in Spokane, Washington, ladies and gentlemen. Spokane, Washington. And another one killed himself. Yeah. we had an auditor or a frauditor kill someone in Spokane, Washington. He will probably get away with it. This guy has cost people lots of jobs. Well, why don't you get a real job? Because you can't hold a job with this guy running around or this guy. And another guy kills himself because this guy pushed him over the edge, and he's laughing about it. Guys, this is where we're at, okay? Like it or not, this is where we're at. Frauditor troll, you can call these guys names all you want or poke holes in the air with your fingers, but that's not going to do anything. It's not going to solve anything. I'm going to say this. I stay away from libraries. I stay away from post offices. I use UPS. I stay away from Walmart and Target. Any place where I think frauditors are going to be, I stay away from because the police and the people are backing up the frauditors, like it or not. If I have to go to a government office, I go in the morning because frauditors like to go there around closing time or close to it. They're pieces of shit. They're going to take more lives. And what you going to do about it, anti-frauditors? Probably nothing.
So why do you guys keep pointing at, like, right over here?
Sorry?
It's starting to get annoying.
Whoa. Let's start all over again. How you doing? My name's Jason. What was the question?
Why are you guys pointing those cameras, like, right over here? And it's almost like you won't stop pointing them over there.
Well, what's the difference where I'm pointing?
Why are you pointing the cameras over there?
Where would be a better place to point them?
Why are you pointing the cameras?
All right, obviously you have me confused with somebody else, so you should go find that person and have the conversation.
I'm asking you a question which you refuse to answer. If you want to tell me to fuck off, then tell me that.
You used to hearing that? I don't know. You seem like you're in the mood for some kind of standoff or something, man. I'm really not interested.
Yeah,
so
you are.
Go back inside, eat your frozen yogurt,
Okay.
whatever you're doing there, and have a nice day.
Okay. That got real close.
No.
So you don't want to answer the question. Just answer the question, yes or no.
I don't do as I'm told. I gave that up years ago.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Fine with that. I'm just wondering why you keep pointing it basically at me.
Turn around and look at the window.
Okay, realize that frauditors carry pepper spray and firearms. And they got 2 on the scoreboard right now. Hey, people don't like to admit it. Doesn't change the facts, though.
You in Europe or the Pacific?
Pacific.
Did you ever see that movie, Sands of Iwo Jima? One of my favorite movies. Did you ever see that one?
Believe I have.
The Duke is dead. Long live the Duke, you know what I'm saying, Bob?
The guy on the left, there is your frauditor. Your typical frauditor right there. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Now you need to think about what you're going to do. But you got to take off those rose-colored glasses first. Anti-frauditors, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, you're just too optimistic.
Don't believe I do.
Well, John Wayne, the Duke. That's what they called him. Sands of Iwo Jima. Hey, here we go. Got something here I want you to take a look at, Bob. You ought to appreciate this sucker. Old World War II veteran like yourself. Ain't it, honey? You know what I'm gonna do with it?
Well, the way I understand it, Rowan, you ain't even supposed to be touching a weapon, much less doing anything with one.
What I'm gonna do with it is take out old Wes. Now, he's an old WW2 man, too, ain't he? All you old boys getting together over there at the Veterans Hall, reminiscing about good old war days. Yep. This is the honey I'm gonna do that Wes with. Whether I'll rip him first, and then shoot him, or shoot him and rip him after. Either way, I'm gonna lay that old bastard open from crotch to crown.
That is the frauditor. Wake up, anti-frauditors. Amagansett Press. There he is. Jason Gutter Trash. Smoking a cigarette. Drinking a beer. There he is, Jason Gutter Trash, and his son Pigpen. What's wrong, Pigpen? Come on, Jason.
Why don't you get out of town and stay out?
And don't come back. Let's see to it. Stay out.
Okay, there he is, Jason Gutter Trash in his pickup truck with his son Pigpen. All right. The problem is we got a serious problem. The police aren't going to do anything about it. People are acting crazy, being self-appointed vigilantes. You got a problem. You're going to have to fix it yourself. And I hate to say it, but the problem is far more serious than people think it is.